All right, this is it's gonna be a little bit of a vlog, which is not something I'm used to doing. Today I am going out for my first winter camp in 2 years. Actually, I haven't camped at all in the last 2 years. My weight got to the point where it just wasn't I wasn't able to do it any longer. In the last 6 months, I've dropped 65 pounds almost. I'm actually probably 20 or 30 pounds lighter than I was the last time I went camping. That was rough, but I was also hiking a lot. I was snowshoeing. I was pulling a sled. Um, this is going to be a quick and easy hike to a campground that I've been to before, or not a campground, a campsite that I've established before. Um, so it should be a lot easier on me. It's only from where I am. The trailhead is actually a mile or so into the woods where I can drop my car. So I'm already kind of deep into the middle of nowhere. I have no cell signal any longer. I'm going to be hiking another quarter mile or so off trail to where my camp is going to be. We're expecting a good bit of snow tonight. Probably not starting until after midnight and ramping up tomorrow morning when I'm ready to get out of here. So I'm not too worried about getting snowed in. Hopefully the forecast doesn't change too much. But throughout tomorrow, we're probably going to get about a foot or a foot and a half of snow. So I am looking forward to some snow. We've kind of it's been pretty light on snow this year so far. Got my bag in the back. I'm just kind of warming up a little bit before I get out there and start hiking in. I'll try and I did bring my camera, which I don't often do on winter camps, because I have to keep my batteries in my pocket to keep them warm enough. Temperature tonight is actually not going to be too bad. It's going to be around 19 degrees Fahrenheit. I've camped out and down to -10 before, so I'm not too worried about the temperature. This should be, as far as winter camping goes, should be a warm camp. And worst case, and I've had to do it in the past where if things get too cold or something's not working right, I just bail out, hike back in the middle of the night. Even if that means just sitting in the car warming up a little bit. But I'm pretty well prepared. I dress in a lot of layers. Got my wool base layer on right now. The jacket I wear is made for ice fishing. It's practically like a tent. I can be pretty self sustaining in just that jacket in temperatures down into well below -0. Minus in the negative degrees. So, yeah. So, about to get started. About to get my pack on. Pack's a little heavy, but like I said, I'm not going too far, so I'm not too worried about it. And then catch up with you guys when I get to camp. All right, made it to campsite. This is doesn't look like much. It's just a couple decently spaced trees that I can hang my hammock from. But got a lot of work ahead of me. Gotta get firewood gathered, shovel out a spot to set up my fire and get going. So it's been about, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes since I got to camp. Spent some time clearing out the spot to sit here to put my stuff down on this log. Spot for fire. Cleared out a little path over to where I'm going to be setting up my hammock. And so that's here. Between this tree and this one here, it's about about 13 feet apart, which is perfect for my hammock. It's 311, Sunset's a little after 5, about 5:20, I think, today. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get my hammock set up, get my tarp up, and gather up some firewood and maybe get a fire started, and then I'll see how things are going. It's about 3:30, I think. Hammock is set up. You can see, got my doors. I got it pitched fairly low. My doors are out. That'll keep the air is absolutely dead right now. But if the wind does pick up a little bit, that'll keep all the wind out pretty well. I got my hammock gear, underquilt and top quilts. Set up in here. This is the hammock gear burrow, top quilt. This is the 0 degree with, I think, an ounce of additional goose down, and underquilt is the hammock gear incubator, also 0 degree with an ounce of overfill. So let that loft up a little bit. I think I'm gonna go have myself a little snack and get started with gathering some firewood. Nice little campsite starting to come together. Oh, whew. Yeah. It's nice to sit down. Let's see what I got here. So for people who don't know me personally, recently, in the last 6 months or so, I've changed my diet up quite a bit. Finally decided that I was going to put real serious effort behind losing weight, and since June, I think, late June, I've lost about 65 pounds, purely through just changing my diet. I actually haven't been exercising because I got to the point where I got so heavy that I wasn't able to exercise without re-injuring some old injuries. I have really bad ankles, some foot problems and things like that. So it's only really in the last month or so that I've felt up to any sort of exercise. And then, of course, it's New York, it's winter, snow, which, doesn't really bother me, but it does limit my options. So I'm super excited about this. This is a personal goal of mine, because I've for years I've been a winter camper, and that's it's one of the when people ask what do I like to do, winter camping. I'm not a big hiker. I can't go that far, although I do kind of take the slow and steady approach to things. But I can absolutely trek out a half mile or so into the woods, set up camp, and thrive in the cold and the snow, and I love it. My favorite, people ask me why I like winter camping, and the reasons I always give are no bears, no bugs, no people. Living in the Catskills, there's lots of trails, there's lots of places to go, but there's also a lot of people out here. Even in the winter, I'm not too far away from. There's a snowmobile trail, maybe a half mile over that way. And I came by way of a little hiking trail, and where there were some ski tracks and some other stuff. So, I'm in the middle of a 30,000 acre state forest, but
there's still people. Um, but that said, you know, nobody else is going off trail right now. Uh, and I'm over a hill and behind some stuff, so I sincerely doubt there'll be anybody within probably a quarter mile of me tonight. Um, you know, I hear an occasional plane overhead. Don't hear any cars. I mean, it's absolutely quiet out here. Uh, heard, well, actually, right under this log over here, I saw some little rodent. I'm not sure what it was. A little field mouse or something hopping around. Um, actually followed a deer trail over here um, to this campsite. So there's some wildlife around, but no bugs, no bears. They're all in hibernation now. Um, and if they aren't, you know, they're very sluggish. They're not going to come mess with me. So this is kind of my ideal scenario. I love it out here. Um, but one of the things that I used to really enjoy about these camps, you know, is the food that you'd bring along. You know, building a campfire, heating up, um, you know, some dehydrated meal, heating up some noodles, or you know, something along those lines. And you know, the way that my diet has really changed, which is I'm sort of on a, I guess you could closest describe it as a keto diet. It's high protein, um, but very low carbs, and you know, so a lot of meats and cheeses, which don't get me wrong, I love those. Some substituting protein shakes for breakfast usually. So here, let me show you a little bit of what I've got in here, and this is a little unusual compared to what I would normally have. So I got a few of these guys. These are Premier protein shake. These are the ones recommended by my nutritionist. They've got 30 grams of protein for each one. I absolutely no. Oddly enough, I am not a coffee drinker. Never really have been, but this cafe latte flavor is fantastic, and it actually has the same amount of caffeine as one cup of coffee does. Um, so this guy's 160 calories, 30 grams of protein. It's only got 3 net carbs, so I've got 3 of those. I got two for today. One I'm probably about to have right now. Another one I'm going to have before I go to bed tonight. And I tested this out at the house. I heated one up in a saucepan, kind of like the way you'd make old school hot chocolate. And I wanted to see how it tastes. It actually tastes almost very much like hot chocolate. So right before I go to bed, I usually drink a warm drink to kind of warm my core temperature up a little bit. So I'm going to do that. I'm really actually looking forward to that tonight. Another thing I do also right before I go to bed is eat a couple cheese sticks, like mozzarella cheese sticks. And the reason for that is actually cheese and dairy products like this in general, especially like mozzarella cheese, they're actually hard work for your body to digest. They don't digest very quickly. And that sounds a little weird, but if you think about it, the longer your body is working on processing food, and it's kind of in an active state, your internal organs, your stomach is actively working. You're burning calories. You're actually exerting energy to process and digest that food, and it actually keeps your core temperature a little higher than if you went to bed on an empty stomach, or something that you had eaten that your body processed very quickly. I forget who taught me that trick, but it was probably somebody on the Hammock forums. But it works. I noticed that if I take like 2 of these before I go to bed, and just munch on them maybe half hour before I go get in the hammock, I stay warmer a lot longer at night. So those are for later. I've also got in here, again, it's all about protein. I've got some beef jerky, some cashews. That's a little more the fatty proteins, and the beef jerky. And last thing, certainly not least, Spam. It's funny. Spam, has a terrible reputation for some reason, but it's actually in terms of actual quality of foods these days, it's one of the highest quality foods that you can still just buy prepackaged. There's not a lot of junk in it. Think about, people talk about, oh, what parts of it, but it's actually, if you just look at the ingredients, it's pork, water, salt, potato starch, sugar, sodium nitrate. That's it. There's no crazy things you can't pronounce or anything like that. 230 calories. Again, it's a little bit of those fatty calories, but like next to nothing when it comes to carbs, and it's got a decent. It's 9 grams of protein. But these make great little snacks. You can just rip it open and eat it like it is. I actually like heating up. You can get a stick and hold it over a fire and heat it up real nice, and it's really, really good. So I got a couple of those, and I do like to bring a little bit extra, more than I really need, just as a precautionary measure. You never know what's going to happen. You get hurt. You need some extra food to stay out longer than you planned on. I definitely don't need. I don't have any intention of eating probably half of this stuff that I got with me, but I've got it just in case. And then this doubles as my garbage bag. I also have a little treat for myself for later. It's a sugar-free chocolate mint from Russell Stover. Smooth mint cream and dark chocolate. That's going to be another bedtime treat, I think. So that's what I got with me. I think I'm going to probably munch on some beef jerky, maybe some cashews, get my energy levels up a little bit before I start working on my firewood collecting. So I'm probably not going to record anything until I got the fire going. Oh wow, it's 4:14 now, so I've got about an hour of daylight left. So I better get moving. Sitting here by the campfire, warming up, having a little something to eat. It's a little after 7. Took quite a while to gather my firewood. There's a decent amount here, but there's a lot of it's rotted and whatever's wet. It's fine. I don't actually need a campfire. I've got a little twig stove, and I can cook off that. And I got more than enough stuff that will work for that. But right now, I'm just relaxing, watching Fire TV. I'm gonna hang out here for probably another hour or so, and head to bed. Looks like starting to snow a little earlier than I expected, actually. I didn't expect it. It's really just flurries, but did not expect it until closer to midnight or so. But hey, the sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. Pretty quiet out here right now. I heard some snowmobiles on one of the trails about a half hour ago. I don't expect they'll be out too long. Who knows? They're pretty distant. All right, guys. See you in the morning.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's about 1:15 a.m. here. Got a little dilemma. I got up a few minutes ago to go to the bathroom, check the weather report, see how things are going. And it looks like the storm that we're in currently, which was previously was not supposed to be really accumulating anything until tomorrow around noon. It was supposed to be about 6 to 12 inches. But it looks like they've upgraded that, and it's almost doubled. It's about 15 to 20 inches now, and it's supposed to start accumulating before sunrise. So I'm sitting here comfortable, warm, debating on whether I should pack in early. I don't want to get, I had to drive up a trail about a half mile of already snow-covered snow-covered trail to get to where I left my car. I don't want to stay too long and then go back in the morning and then realize that I waited too long and it's too much snow and I can't get back down. It sucks. I'm super comfortable right now. I don't want to get out of here. It'll take me probably an hour to pack up camp, and so if I got up now, I could probably be back at the car by about 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock. I don't know. I think I'm going to do it. I'm just really worried about not being able to drive back out of where I am. Oh well. Well, I mean, I got all the fun parts. Now I just gotta get up and get back in my clothes. Oh, just dropped my phone. All right, well, I'll probably do a quick update once I get everything packed down. All right, so I am at the car. Just got it brushed off and getting it warmed up right now. I definitely made the right call. It's already a lot more snow out here than was supposed to be here by the morning. We were supposed to get maybe 1 or 2 inches by 8 a.m. It's closer to 6 already, so it's definitely going to make getting down from this trail road a little more interesting, but hopefully shouldn't be too bad. So I'm gonna let the car warm up a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna head out. And I'm not too disappointed. I got to do what I wanted to do. I proved that I can do it again. The weather wasn't cooperating, but that's all right. It's almost 3 a.m. Figure I'll be home by, I don't know, maybe 3:20 or so. Hopefully, and finish my night's rest. See ya.